Good morning, Florida. My name is Mike, and I'm going to share some words of encouragement about Jesus today. My cell phone number is 774-955-9614. If you'd like to get together and you live in Fall River area, and we can meet and have some coffee and talk about Jesus. As you see me dressed here, this is how I dress, so you pretty much know me when we go to meet. And I can make, if you'd like to join in my silent evangelization crusade for the Lord, I can make you some outfits, and you can wear them every day like I do, and everywhere you go. You know, of course at work, if you work at McDonald's or something, then they got their own outfits, but you can wear it to it, and you can wear it away from it. So, but while if somebody's paying you, you got to dress as they want you to dress. But other than that, here's some words to think about today. And you try to imagine or remember that this is the Lord's voice speaking to us today, just as He did, 2017 or 18 years ago, and to His apostles and to the people around Him when He was here on earth. And here's the words. He said, "Be calm, no matter what may befall you." So there's a great statement right off the bat. Very short sentence, but be calm no matter what may befall you. And in a day, so many things can befall us. We can get a flat tire, we can have a bad fall, we can have a loved one get sick, we can, fail a test, we can get stuck in a snowdrift, so many things. But He says one thing, be calm no matter what may befall you. Now you have to remember that He is in charge, still in control of all circumstances in your life. There are no coincidences. Whatever happens in your life in this 24-hour period was designed and created by Him for you specifically, as what will happen in my life was designed specifically and created for me. So if you can focus on that and try to remember that when things befall you, and if it's something joyous, be very happy. Say, "Thank you, Jesus." You don't have to scream it out to people, but you can just say it in the silence of your heart. Or if people are around, you can say thank you. And they might say, "Why'd you say that?" And say, "Because the Lord just gave me a gift, gave me an enlightenment," or whatever. Okay. He goes on to say, "Rest in me. Rest in Him. Do not rest in this world, because this world is a fallen world. It is the world of the flesh, and it's going to pass away. So if you rest in it, then you're going to pass away with it. You want to rest in Him, who is the light of the world, is never going to pass away, is the same yesterday, today, and forever." Remember that. That is so true. You've got to believe it. You've got to have faith in it. You've got to have trust in it. Because it is true. I can testify to that. Okay, now, he goes on to say, "Be patient, and let patience have her perfect work." Oh, patience. This has become such an impatient world. You see it in people driving in the cars. You see it in people in line. They get agitated because somebody isn't moving fast enough. They're not doing the right thing. We see it in our families when the kids are acting out, or maybe when dinner isn't ready on time, or there's so many agitations. Okay. But again, it goes right back to the first line. Be calm no matter what may befall you, because those are the things that will befall you. Okay. But He said, be patient. So when things are befalling you, good or bad, be patient. If they're good, be patient and enjoy them. Sit and thank Him for them. If they're bad, be patient. They're going to pass. They don't last with you forever. Okay? Now, He goes on to say, never think things overwhelming. Nothing is overwhelming. When you're close to Jesus and thinking about Jesus and living your 24-hour period with him, nothing on heaven and earth can overwhelm you. It is impossible. Okay? He says, how can you be overwhelmed when I am with you? So he answers the question right there. There's nothing can overwhelm you when he is with you. So true. He said, do you feel the strain of life? And that's a good question for all of us. I mean, sometimes I feel the strain of life. I'm sure you do, and I know others do. Okay? He goes on, he said, there is no strain for my children. So when we're feeling the strain of life, then we've moved away from him, and we're not being the children he wants us to be. Because there are he said it right there, there is no strain for my children. That means there's no problems in this life, no strain for them. You have no worries when you're his child. So if you feel the strain, then you've got to work harder on becoming his child. He said, goes on to say, do you not see that I am the master instrument maker? Instrument maker. Now he's referring to us as instruments, even though we're flesh and bone and blood and his spirit. We are his instruments. Just like a dentist has their instruments, a baseball player has their instruments, a football player has their instruments, a doctor, a lawyer, chefs. Everyone has instruments for their work. Jesus' instruments, or Yahweh's, or Yeshua, or Elohim, or whatever you want to call them. Okay? There is only one. His instruments are us. And he said, I am the master instrument maker. He goes on to say, have I not fashioned each part? Do I not know just what it can bear without a strain? Would I, the maker of so delicate an instrument, ask of it anything that could destroy or strain? Of course not. And he says, no. He would never do that to us. Ever. So when you're feeling the strain, it's not him. When people say, well, why did God let that happen? It may have been planned out in your life, but it's for your benefit, so that you can grow closer to him, so that you learn how not to feel that strain. He goes on to say here, the strain that you feel is only when you are serving another master. The world, fame, the good opinion of men, or carrying 2 days' burden on the one day. We only have 24 hours. So if you're carrying tomorrow's burden with you, you are going against Jesus. Okay? If you're feeling the strain of the world, you're going against Jesus. If you're feeling the strain of being famous, you're going against Jesus. If you're looking for the good opinion of men, you're going against Jesus. And his last line is, remember that it must not be. So he does not want us to do those things. We have to listen to words, especially inspirational words or the words from the Bible, and think about them. They're not just to be read. They're to be absorbed into your spirit, which is his spirit. Especially in the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 sons of Jacob. Okay? The true Israelites. All right? They're his chosen, okay? So, as we live with him, we must remember that we are to only care, serve, think about, and live with him, Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus, Emmanuel, all the different names that are throughout the Bible. God, people use his pagan term, but they use that. Some say Jehovah, some say Elohim. You know, it's all the same. There is no difference. Okay? He knows our hearts. He knows who we are. He created us. He knows exactly what to put in our life to help us get closer to him. Sometimes he has to be pretty dramatic with us. And when we ask for things, we should only ask once. He has very good hearing. Continuous prayer on the same matter is somewhat of an insult, because think about who you're praying to. If you're praying to Yahweh or Yeshua or Jesus, and you pray the same prayer over and over, what are you telling him? That he didn't hear you the first time. That you have to keep asking him because you don't trust that he heard you. You don't want to do that. Even the Bible says vain repetition prayer is not what he wants. Pray once. In a day, you can find probably a trillion things out in this world in just 24 hours to pray for. You don't have to pray for them again. It doesn't mean that what you pray for is going to change. It may change instantaneously. But you always end your prayer with, your will be done. As Jesus did when he was here. Your will be done, Father. Your will be done. Not mine. Even in the Garden of Gethsemane, he did the same thing. He was our example. So, you have to remember these things. You have to make these things part of your life. Okay? So again, my cell phone number is 774-955-9614. And if you'd like to give me a call, leave me a voicemail, give me a phone number. I'll give you a call back. We'll meet for coffee some morning or in the afternoon. If we can get together. And we'll sit and spend some time with Jesus. Everybody thinks, the only way you go to church on Sunday, and that's the way you spend time with Jesus. Jesus is with you all the time. He's in church with you, but he's outside church with you too. He's with you all the time. Jesus does not sleep. Okay? We sleep here to refresh our bodies. It's the way he created us. But when we leave this flesh life, we go to the spirit world. If you believe in him and stay with him, then you go on with him into eternity. But if you live this life, we have free will. If you want to live it by your own will, then you're going to pass away, like the world. You don't want that to happen. So spend a lot more time with the Lord. All right, I'm going to... I put on a public broadcast show every Sunday. It's 11:30, Comcast Channel 95. And I use these little clips, put them together. Some are longer, some are shorter. And put them out there on... it's only shown in Fall River. This I put up on YouTube, so it's shown all over YouTube. You know, and I get a few views. I don't worry about it. Whoever the Lord guides to my channel, and they watch, some people see, they see the way I dress. Oh, well, there's another thing about religion. I don't want to watch, anything about religion. Well, I'm just one of his sheep planting seeds. Just one of his tools. And he uses me when he wants to. And he's continuously teaching me and making me sharper, so he'll use me more maybe. And even if he does, it's okay. I always tell my friend that I met many years ago. He said, this is his movie. He's a director, producer, and that's it. We are just but the actors. I think Shakespeare says something like that. All the world's a stage. All right, have a great day. Love, joy, and peace to all of you. Bye-bye now.